Hey everyone, I'm Norn Queen Alexis and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Agents of the Imperium. If you don't know anything about me, you should know this. I love bringing Inquisitors and Inquisitorial retinue into my games of 40k. I found them to be incredibly good last edition, and the edition prior to that I thought they were really good. Though over the years they have been losing war gear, which is kind of a bummer to me, but I'm really hoping with proper like crusade and open play rules that we might be able to get Inquisitors back to where they should be versus the competitive Inquisitors. I'm really hoping Games Workshop actually pushes to make games very different so that if you play open play games, they're more narrative focused, fun focused, not balanced. I don't care about the balance in an open play game. I just want to bring like an Inquisitor with like a multi-melta because they felt like bringing one. I think that that would be fun, but in a match play game, I understand the limitation of war gear so that we can actually have a balanced game because a game of Warhammer 40k, if it's balanced at the top tier meta, it is balanced at your casual tabletop games. So, with that said, I love Agents of the Imperium. I love Inquisitors. I have my own custom Inquisitor, Inquisitor Rosalina Lockwood. She's the character that appears in a lot of the stuff on here, the character that appears in the background of all of my stuff. Let's see if I can find her real quick. This is her. I absolutely love her. Okay. Is this a bit of a self-insert? Yeah, kind of. But Rosalina Lockwood is a crazy character. Anyway, I have brought her in many battle reports in the past, and I hope to bring her into battle reports into the future. But let's take a look at Agents of the Imperium, shall we? So, we are going to go through this without bitching. Now, I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that to me because I'm a bitch. And I'm going to constantly complain about, oh, this was so much better in last edition. And I get it. I have been looking at this edition negatively in my past few videos, and I apologize for that. That was yeah, no, I'm right there with you. That wasn't called for. Let's go into 10th edition like excited. Let's go into a 10th edition with open mind and some cool things that we can bring to 40k because I plan to get Arbites. I plan to bring them into like games with my guard or my Imperial Knight or my Sisters of Battle for some reason. I'm going to bring them. I'm going to think it's silly and I'm going to have fun with them. Now, that being said, I will complain if characters are missing. All right, so how the Agents of the Imperium work is depending on the size of the game itself, you get to bring a retinue unit and a character, which is really cool. So your average 2,000 point game, you'll be able to bring 2 and 2. Good to know as we go on. Also, a bunch of stuff can't be your warlord, and there's really no generic warlord traits that are good, so there's no reason to ever make your Inquisitor or your Marshal. I assume they don't have a Marshal for these guys. But if they do, I don't know yet. If they do, I guarantee there's going to be no good warlord traits. So, let's take a look at this. Right off the bat, we have the Vindicare Assassin. Now, the Vindicare he's been hit and miss. Get it? It's a pun because he never hits anything in any game that I ever bring him to, and he's super disappointing. Jokes aside. So let's take a look at his weapon. So the Exodus pistol, we don't give a shit about. We're looking at the rifle. Devastating wounds, so on 6s, this thing is dealing D3 plus 3 mortal wounds. It ignores cover, it's heavy, so it's hitting on a 2+. It's hitting on a 1+. So if you have a minus, it negates that, which is really cool. Precision, so you can nail characters, which is always fun to just pin a character. It's only one shot, so chances are it's going to miss. Like it says a 2+ on a D6, but we know that 80% of the time this guy is missing. Strength 7, it's a good character killer, but I was kind of hoping for a strength of 8, so it wounded on 2s. But that's fine. This is fine. It's wounding on 3s against most characters in the game. And that's good. That's decent. All right. D3 plus 3 is really good. Minimum damage of 4, so we're looking for 5 damage on average. Let's see. Deadshot. Each time this model makes a range attack, if a critical hit is scored, add 3 to the damage character. So if you hit on a 6, it's 3 extra damage on the hit. That's kind of really good. After this model has resolved its ranged attacks, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of these attacks. That unit must take a battle shock test. Now, I don't know if you can shoot both your weapons, because there is a chance that you could. I haven't checked if pistols can be shot along with the rifle yet. That's my mistake. I should have looked this up prior, so I'm assuming you can only fire the rifle. All right. So his dead shot is really good because he can deal 9 wounds to a character and just drop them immediately. That's really good if they fail that save. Though they are going to have a 4-up save, so yeah. Shield Breaker. Once per battle, when selecting targets for the Exodus rifle, it can fire a Shield Breaker round. If it does, until the end phase, each time this model makes an attack with this weapon, no saving throws of any kind can be made against that attack. That also includes invulnerable saves, because they are a type of saving throw. Okay, so yeah, you can just one-shot a character right off the board with Vindicare. That's pretty good. I'm assuming these guys are going to be around their points that they are now, so maybe 125 to 150. Decent. He does have the lone operative keyword, and he has stealth, so -1 to hit him, which is really good. He infiltrates, which is also really good. 4-up invulnerable save and a toughness of 4 now. Actually, he's had toughness 4 for a very long time. I always get surprised by this, but for some reason, I don't get it. I always get surprised by this. He's had this for like 4 editions now. Leadership 6, 4 wounds instead of 5 is okay. He also has smoke, which is really good for using stratagems. If your opponent has a +1, you can give them -1 on top of that, including their stealth. So if your opponent ever has a +2 to hit you, you can double it out and give them -1 to hit you. Alrighty, he's an epic hero, so you can only take 1. That's interesting. I would love an army filled with these guys. Actually, you can only ever take 2, but limitation is 1. Alright, next up we have the Culexus Assassin. This is the Anti-Psyker Assassin. See, Anti-Psyker, there it is. So movement of 7, which is pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. Toughness 4, say 6+, but you're going to be doing that 4-up invo, 4 wounds, being most weapons that are going to shoot him are going to kill him. Excuse me. OC of 1. All right, I'm not going to try the Animus. Anyway, it's Anti-Psyker, Assault, Precision, and Psychic Assassin, which I don't know what that does. I'm not sure what this rule does, so please forgive me. All right, so he's wounding, well, he's hitting them on 2s, which is good, and he's wounding on 2s, which is even better. Do you have, like, anti-infantry or anything? No. So, let's see. 24 inches, 3 attacks with it, ballistic skill 2+, strength 5, but if you're going to shoot a psyker with it, it's... What is my cat doing? I am really dumb. Psychic Assassin is right below this. I was thinking it was going to be over here or over here. Like, over here. So each time you select a psychic unit as a target for this weapon, those attacks are resolved. Until those attacks are resolved, change the attack characteristic of this weapon to 6. Now, what's cool about this is even if there's a psyker in the unit, it counts as a psychic unit, so he can actually deal with a bunch of Space Marines if you don't want to target just the assassin. So that's kind of neato. All right, so D3, 3 shots, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, more than likely. AP -2 isn't great, but it's okay. Let's see, Anti-Psyker, Devastating Wounds, so on 6s it's going to cause mortals. Precision, 4 attacks with it, weapon skill 2+4, strength 4, that means half of its wounds are going to hurt. AP 2, half saves, and damage 2. Alright, that's it's not a bad weapon. It's going to kill like maybe 1.5 Marine. I say half because there's a chance you just save off of it. This model has Feel No Pain 2+ ability against psychic attacks. Alright, so just charge him into a psyker and You'll survive most of the game. No, you probably won't. No, you will. Like, he could take on a Swarm Lord or a Hive Tyrant pretty well. No, he can't. They're not all psychic now. Because psychic attacks are separate. I'm not sure if this ability is... It's really good for if you know you're going up against Psychers, but... Eh. Okay, and then just Psychers take Battle Shock tests. Alright. He does have grenades. These keywords are really important, by the way. He also has Deep Strike and Stealth. So you could just Deep Strike him into the back and just hold a backfield objective. It's not bad. So Infiltrator, Deep Strike. Do you have a different one? Scout. Yep. And then do you have a different one? Infiltrate. Oh, you're lame. Okay, so this guy is one of my favorites. Actually, my favorite personally is this one. This has always been my favorite assassin, aside from the Vindicare. And the Vindicare is only my favorite because of the one animation with him falling in love with a Farseer. That's it. All right, so he's got a Power Sword and Neuro Gauntlet. Well, that's kind of lame. I don't like that they combined weapons, but that's just me complaining. But I do like how simplistic it is now. This is super quick, super easy, so I like that. 6 attacks, weapon skill 2+, strength 5, AP -2, 2 damage, anti-infantry. That is insane. You want to crash this guy into like toughness 6 infantry. Like if you crash this guy into like Space Marines heavy Gravis armor, you'd be destroying them, although you're only 2 damage. So you're not going to be killing them, but you're going to drop like 2 or 3 of them. His pistol, anti-infantry, 4 attacks with it. This pistol is going to do dick. Like this pistol isn't doing anything. All right, his power sword is okay. Let's see what else he's got. He's got Friends on. In your command phase, select one of the following effects to apply at the start until the start of your next command phase. Shoot and declare a charge in which it advanced, which you want to do, especially being that it can scout 9 inches, move 9 inches, advance D6. So a D6 is 3.7. So chances are you're moving 4. So that's 9, 18, 22, and then a charge. This guy's making turn 1 charges. Like, that's kind of nuts. This guy is making turn 1 charges. Because you have the scout of 9 inches, and this is assuming you're 24 inches far from your opponent. So the 9 and 9 is 18, plus 4 is 22, and then you have a charge distance of 2d6, which the average is 7. This guy is making a 29-inch charge turn 1. Holy crap, this guy is good. Oh my god, he might be the best assassin. Holy shit, I might take him into games. This model's weapon has precision, you don't give a fuck. Killing Rampage, this model has sustained hit 3, you don't give a fuck. This is going to be turn 2 onwards, you're going to be using the sustained hit ability. And then the rest of the game is just, the first turn of the game is just advance and charge. Like, you don't even want to shoot. Maybe shoot something to try to clear up a path for him, but yeah. Once per battle round, you can target this model with the Fire Overwatch or Heroic Intervention for free. These stack, by the way. So if you take him with Space Marines, you can have like 5 units with Heroic Intervention for free. This guy is insane. I might have to paint mine up. Holy crap, he's so good. I love him. Look at his little smiley face. I love him. He is my favorite now. All right, and what other abilities does he have? He explodes. Always good. Lone Operative. Still good. Scout. So you could just put something in front of him turn 1 if you don't go first. Like, just put something, like, slightly closer. And they can't shoot him. This guy is insane. I really like this guy. All right, and the Callidus assassin. Can they please just, like, you got the phase sword. It's Xenos phase blade. Please give it its real name. Come on. I don't ask much. Actually, I ask a lot. Let's be real. I ask a lot. Okay. So it took me a long time to just switch this. So these girls are awesome. Anti-infantry 2+ with the Nero Shredder. This thing, precision and torrent. Oh, that's actually 3.7 hits. Owning on 2s is a guarantee. Well, it's not guaranteed, obviously, statistics, but I think it's 2.53. Oh my god, this is actually pretty. Their flamer is pretty good, considering you could just target a single person with this thing. Like, you could just hit out a captain with this and just deal a few wounds to him. Not bad. I don't think it's good, but it's not bad. 5 attacks, weapon skill 2+, lethal hits and precision. That's kind of cool. Lethal hits, I believe, is on hit, on a 6 to hit, it's an auto wound, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. You have deep strike, fight first, infiltrate, and lone operative. You have fights first. That's pretty good. That's ongoing combat goodness. Okay, I like that. Movement of 7. I can't believe you have a movement of 9. You are just better than everyone. Anyway, let's get back to her. So far, I like her. Reign of Confusion. Once per battle, after your opponent has used a stratagem, this model can use its ability. If it does so until the end of the battle, the CP cost of your opponent must pay to use a stratagem again is increased by 1. I think there's another Imperial ability that does something similar to this that you could stack. I can't remember what it is right now, but this is pretty good. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this model is not within engagement range of any enemy units, you can remove it from the battlefield, and then in the reinforcement steps of your next movement phase, set it up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away. This is really good. This is, I'm grabbing an objective. Did you fail the charge? Cool. I'm grabbing another objective. This is pretty good. Pretty good. Not this level of insanity, but I like it. That this ability, the polymorphine ability, is really good because you're going to be using this to just grab objectives. Actually, you can use this turn 1, remove it from the field, and put it anywhere on the battlefield. 9 inches away, obviously. That's not bad. And then fail the charge, and this girl just dies. I like her. What else does she have? Watch this guy actually have, like, grenade or some shit, too. Grenade, yep. So he can use grenades. Okay. And then we have the rogue traders. So we're done with the assassins, and obvious, if it's not obvious, this is the best assassin, in my opinion. Now, I would trust other people who do tournament scenes a lot more than I, but this guy, from what I can see, making turn 1 charges is fucking bonkers. This guy is insane. All right, so we're at the rogue traders. Now, we're not going to complain that the other 2 rogue traders are gone, which includes Captain Can Opener and the other dude who has the Crute, which makes me sad because I absolutely love those rogue traders and I have all of them. And this kit is the one that they decided to keep, which is lame and dumb, but we're not going to complain about that. We're not here to complain. We're here to talk about cool stuff. And cool stuff is cool. I actually do really like the story with these 3. She wanted to cure a disease that she couldn't figure out. Nurgle granted her the ability. She lowered the Guller fields, and then they all got messed up, and no one knows it was her, and then she tried to repent for it. And yeah, she's a rejuvenate agent for this rogue trader, and this rogue trader is actually way older than she appears. She's actually in like the hundreds or thousands, and this rejuvenate agent has just been keeping her alive. The story is amazing. I love this one because she's got like the whole 60s vibe to her. I think she's great. So Wounds 4 for the Rogue Trader and wounds 2 for the Rogue Trader specialists. Now this is actually really big. The 2 wounds. We're going to see this more often as we go down, but having multiple wounds on like specialists like this is insane. Also, keep in mind this unit can join a unit, meaning you can actually take a wound on one of the character. No, you can't. You have to take wounds on the single guys before you target the characters or some shit. But this girl can actually give them all 5+. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited? Yes, you can. So they have grenades. Really important. Let's go through the stat line though. Movement 6. They're humans. We expect that. Well, they're average movement. Toughness 3. We expect that. Save 4+. I think that's a bit low for the Rogue Trader. I think she should have 3+, but that's just me. She's not in too fancy of armor, so I could see it. Wounds 4, which is insane. I really did not expect her to keep 4 wounds, but honestly, it makes sense. 6+ leadership, decent. OC of 1. Original character, don't steal. Good stats. I like it. The Rogue Trader is obviously going to be the one that's taking all the leadership tests. Let's go through their weapons. We got the Dart Mask, which is anti-infantry, 2+ pistol, precision. I almost misspoke and fused these 2 words. 12-inch range for all of their ranged weapons. It's kind of lame. And most of them are just kind of okay. The household pistol, used to be heirloom pistol, is devastating wounds, which is pretty decent. The sustained hit over here is pretty good as well. So, they're pretty decent weapons. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that I think stands out as insanely good. We're going to get to what makes them insanely good in a second. Close combat weapons is 1 attack each. The Death Cult Assassin has 5 attacks, which is really good. And this is probably where the Death Cult Assassin is going to go from now on. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the Sisters of Battle one, which we will be doing a video on, probably won't have the Death Cult Assassin anymore. But yeah. Monomolecular Cane Rapier. I almost said a terrible word. 4 attacks, 3. This weapon kind of sucks, but it's not terrible. Like, you might get a wound out of it. You're probably not getting a wound out of it if you're versing toughness 4 models. Backroom deals. While this unit is leading a unit, models in that unit have the Infiltrator ability. That's where the kicker is. That's why this Rogue Trader is insane. Giving a unit of Voidsmen or Breachers infiltrate, insanely good. And the fact that they can join. This is what, 8 wounds joining a squad? 3, so it's 6, 10 wounds joining a squad. That's really good for putting them on an objective and shooting the rotor cannon, which we'll get to in a second. Warrant to trade. Yeah, this is another really good ability, which I highly recommend that you take Rogue Traders for. If your army includes 1 or more units with this ability, after both players have deployed, select D3 Imperial battle line units from your army and redeploy them. You can use this ability to place those selected units into strategic reserve, regardless of how many units are already in strategic reserve. If both players have abilities, you roll off. The crazy thing is, you can wind up putting your entire army into reserve if you do it just right. And your opponent won't have any idea what to do. Except for these, they'll be infiltrated onto the field. I love this ability because it can mess with your opponent's deployment and really skew the game in your favor. Honestly, if this unit is under 200 points, which I guarantee it's going to be, actually I can't guarantee that, but if it's under 200 points, this unit might be an auto-include into Imperial Guard. This might actually be an auto-include into my Sisters of Battle. Like, they're insanely good. I really like them. I like what they did with them. They, instead of making them like busted units, they just gave them really good abilities. So it feels like you're playing a Rogue Trader. Like, this feels good. I like this. This gives me the happy feelings. Also, you get a 5-up feel no pain on a unit of like 20 models. Actually, it's not 20, it's like 10, but 14. 14. Yeah, 14 models with a 5-up, with some having 2 wounds. Insanely good. So speaking of insanely good, we got the Ginyu Force here. And let me tell you, Voidsmen are going to be seen played. Voidsmen are insane. Voidsmen are like, they give me happy feelings and I love them. So we don't give a shit about any of these weapons except for the rotor cannon. The rotor cannon has sustained hits 1, range 24, strength 6 attacks with it, which is really good. Ballistic skill 5+, but we have heavy and we are infiltrated, so we're on a backfield objective. Keep that in mind. With a strength 6 weapon with no AP, but that's fine. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest of eligible target, attacks have the lethal hit ability. So we're exploding, we're getting those automatic wounds with them, which basically is what guardsmen are gonna do, I assume. But still, the fact that we could just throw this unit at our opponent and force them to deal with it, or just infiltrate it around our opponent's army, is insane. All right, let's see what else they got. They also have a dog. The dog is cool. I really like this lethal hits ability. It's so good. It is so good. Assuming it's 6s to hit wound. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So 1 Voidsman, 4 to 8, 1 Voidsmaster, 4 to 8 Voidsmen, and then 1 Canid. So it's 10 models. And I think they all just have 1 wound. And then they have feel no pain on top of that. So pretty good chance of keeping some of them alive or just annoying your opponent. I like it. For every 5 models, you can take a rotor cannon. So you're going to be taking 2 rotor cannons is the big thing. And you're going to be taking a bunch of las guns. So hope for the best. Then we have the Imperial Navy Breachers. I like the Breachers paint style a lot better than this. Although these were made to match these. So that's why they're covered in gold and everything and they look all fancy. Where these ones are more like realistic. In fact, these are more like what Solar Auxilia have in 30k. If you ever want to run 30k Solar Auxilia, all you need to do is buy this box a few times. You even get the axe and the ability to use it in 30k. Just a little tidbit. Play 30k. It's a good game. Okay, so getting over this. Toughness 3, save 4+, 1 wound, leadership 8, so they kind of suck on leadership. I think these guys also suck on leadership. Yeah. So you're really going to be banking on this leadership 6+. And there's a good chance you just break immediately. All right. So they have the ability to take a Meltagun, which is pretty decent. But you kind of want this. You want this demolition charge. This demolition charge is really, really, really good. And if you can get multiples of them, you want it. Breacher team, each time a model in this unit makes an attack, reroll wound rolls of 1s. If the target of the attack is an enemy unit within range of an objective marker, you can reroll the wounds instead. So they always reroll wound rolls of 1, but if they're in range of an objective, they switch that to reroll wound rolls instead, like the entire wounds. So if you were to bring a rogue trader and them, put them near an objective and then shoot at the objective, you can reroll wound rolls, which is pretty decent. So they are going to be hitting on 4+ for the most part. The Chain Fist, which you're not going to take, is hitting on 5+. Don't take the Chain Fist. It's not worth it. You're not going to hit with it. You're going to want like the power weapon, I guess, because it's just a little bit better. But yeah. So they have a bunch of different war gear and everything, and your war gear choices are going to kind of meh. So 1 Voidsman of Arm is equipped with the las volley and a close combat weapon. 1 is included with the heavy shotgun, close combat weapon, and a shield. And Every other model has a shotgun and a close combat weapon. And the sergeant may take a power weapon, which you want that power weapon. Well, you can... Only one in the 10 can switch. So you're only getting one melta-gun. Might as well just take the plasma gun for the 2 shots. Do you want your guy to die is the question. Yeah, you do. You take the plasma gun. Naval shotgun can be replaced with power weapons, so you try to get as many power weapons as you can. Can replace... Oh, you could just get 1 chain fist as well. I still don't think it's worth it. Depending if this costs points, I don't think it's worth it. 1 can be equipped with demolition charges, which is what you want. Overall, I think the Navy Breacher team is okay, but these guys are just better. And it's mostly because of this rotor cannon. 2 of them is 12 shots, and all you need is 6s. That's 2 guaranteed wounds on it, just right off the bat. I say guaranteed, but that's hyperbole. I don't think they're bad. I think they're really cool, but yeah, I wouldn't write home about them. I prefer the Voidsmen over the Navy, although I do like the Navy's look better. Moving on, we have the Subjugator Squad, and I kind of figured that we weren't going to get a Marshal. Yeah, we don't get a Marshal. Oh, that is such a shame we don't get a Marshal. I'll have to make one. Okay, so all of these guys are going to be very similar, so let's go through them very quickly. Movement 6, Toughness 3, 3+ save, 3+ save. That's really nice. They're in power armor. 1 wound, Leadership 7+, OC of 1. Arbites shotgun is 12 inches, attack 1, ballistic skill 4+, 4. It's garbage. It's just a little bit stronger than the last gun. Okay. This is their dog. It has 3 attacks, no AP. Shock Maul has 1 AP, so the Shock Maul isn't bad. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought yet this phase, roll a d6 on a 4+. Okay, so on a 4+, it fights. That's pretty good. I mean, you're not really going to get hits too well. I don't know. I think it's okay, but I wouldn't really... 4 Binvo save is nice. Okay, it's not bad. I like it. I like it, but it's not powerful. It's not great. It's okay. I mean, these guys might actually have replaced the Crusader, so we'll see if the Crusader is in the Sisters of Battle. While an enemy unit is within 3 inches of the bearer, each time that unit takes a battle shock test, -1 from their... subtract 1 from it. Pretty good unless you're fighting Dark Angels, in which case they want to be broken. It's a good squad. It's got a 4 Binvo save, so it's going to survive a lot. Like, that's half of the shots against them is not going to do anything. I kind of just wish you could attach a character to them. Are they battle line at least? No. No, I have a feeling none of these are going to be battle line, but they do have grenades. And what special rules do we have? Nothing. Okay, they're not bad. How many can you have in the squad? 11. Okay. And all of them have shock mauls and shotguns. All right. Or shot pistols. Oh, they're pistols. Oh, that's actually cool. It's Judge Dredd's gun. Okay, and now these guys have shotguns, which is amazing. I love their shotguns. They look so fucking cool. They look stupid as hell, but they look cool as hell because they look stupid, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Same stat line. Leadership 7. Weren't these guys leadership? No, leadership 7. So that's the average on 2d6. They have the shotgun, which is just 2 shots. Wow. A grenade launcher, which is strength 9, AP -2, D3 damage. That's the shot you're going to be using. The Arbites shot pistol, we saw that already. The Executioner shotgun ignores cover and has precision. It's only going to do 1 wound, so it's not really that good. Heavy Stubber is decent, 6 shots. See, it's okay. The Weber, devastating wounds. The Weber is amazing. Webers are really powerful, and I highly suggest you equip all of your Gene Stealers with Webers. D6 wounds, mortal wounds on 6s to wound, auto hits. Yeah, Webers are insane. So depending on how many Webers this squad can take, they might be really good. All right, let's see. Anything really good? Actually, their Maul isn't too bad. Okay, I like this. Imperial Law. At the start of the first battle round, select one enemy unit to be this unit's quarry. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets its quarry, add 1 to the hit roll. Oh. They're pretty good. They're hitting on 3s. Hitting on 2s with this Maul. They're actually pretty good. They're pretty good. They're hitting like Sisters of Battle. Okay, I like this. I like this. Arbites Medikit. Models in a barrier unit have 5+ feel no pain. That's always good. So they don't need the Inquisitor for that. Or not the Inquisitor, the Rogue Trader for that. And while an enemy unit is within 3 inches of the bearer, each time that unit takes a battle shock check. Yeah, whatever. Ranged weapons equipped by models in the bearer's unit have the ignores covers. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a Weber with ignores cover. What a shotgun with ignores cover. All of this with ignores cover. Ooh, this is pretty good. Okay. All right, how are they equipped? 1 leader, 4 to 9 vigilance, and 1 cybermastiff. You always take the puppers. All right. The weird thing is the cybermastiff technically has no stat line, but I assume it just uses this one. I assume everything in the squad just uses that one. Is equipped with Arbites, combat shotgun, shock pistol, or shot pistol, close combat weapon, and he has the bite. For every 5 models in a unit, up to 2 can have the. Ooh. For every 5 models in this unit. So at 10, because you can get 10, up to 2 can each have their combat shotguns and ooh, Webers. Oh my, that ooh, noises that make me happy. Oh, that is 4 Webers in this squad. Oh my god, this is so good. Can be equipped shotgun with the mallet, which you want to do. 1 with medikit, 1 with scanner. Oh my god, this gives me happy feelings that I really like. This squad kicks ass. Holy shit. I was not expecting to like this Arbite unit. But 4 Webers. Whoa. I have to be reading this wrong. For every 5 models in a unit, you can have 11. Up to 2. So at 11, you get 4. Could each have their replaced with... No! Oh, I'm stupid! Damn it. Oh, duplicates are not allowed. Oh, this unit sucks. Never mind. Oh, damn it. Fuck. Oh, that could have been so good. That could have been a really powerful unit. That could have been a meta choice. Holy shit. I should really read entire sentences before jumping to conclusions. Oh, I feel so stupid. Damn. Oh, the squad went from like absolutely amazing to bad really quickly. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's, okay, it's bad. Damn it! What could you do? Duplicates are not allowed. Meh. You fuck. God, it makes me so sad. Alright, what do you do? Makes a range attack the target to unit below half strength, add 1 to the wound roll. That's okay. Meh. I'm annoyed now. Fuck, that could have been so good! Just delete the sentence and it's a meta choice. I guess you'll just have to take Gene Stealers for that. Okay, Draxus. Draxus. The character who appeared out of nowhere and did actually quite a lot and then fucked off out of the lore. Draxus. So she has her dire... She has a dire pistol. Like, she has an Eldar weapon. And it's kind of bad. 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Devastating wounds, though. That's... Okay, it's not terrible. It's just not great. Psychic Tempest, indirect fire. Indirect at 18 inches is okay. Sustained hits of 2. What the fuck is it indirect fire and only 18 inches? Up that to 24 inches. Make it useful. Yeah, alright. I mean, she's not hitting anything in the back with it turn 1. When you really want to use her. What is she leading? An Imperium battle line infantry and Inquisitorial henchmen. Okay, well, what is she? 5+ invo save. Well, she's fucking worse than a Voidsman. Or a Navy who has a shield. No, they don't have shields anymore. Who actually had the invo save? That was pretty good. Yeah, there we go. These guys. An Inquisitor can't put on that armor. Anyway. She has Power Fist, 3 attacks with it, Strength 6, AP -2, 2 damage. It's kind of weird that her Power Fist doesn't have, like, a name. It's just Power Fist. It's like they stopped caring halfway through it. Also, her bird is gone. Alright. Authority of the Inquisition. She can ride and transport with her bodyguard unit. Xenos Hunter. While this model is leading a unit, each time that model makes an attack that targets an enemy unit, excluding Imperium and Chaos, add 1 to the hit roll. That could be really good for, like, Space Marines. If you're fighting up against, like, Eldar, which you're usually wounding on 2s anyway. Or, actually, that's really good against, what the fuck are they called? The squats. I forgot their name. Holy crap, I forgot the squat's name. What is their name? It's, Leagues of Votann. That's it. I had to look for the book. That's really good if you're fighting Leagues of Votann and Tau. Not so good for fighting Eldar too much. Actually, really good for fighting Drukhari. In your command phase, this Psyker can use his ability, roll d6 on a 1. The Psyker suffers d3 mortal wounds. On a 2+ at the start of the next command phase, this psychic unit can only be selected as a target for range attacks if the attacking unit's model is within 18 inches. That's really good. That is pretty good. I like that. That is a good support Inquisitor. Although it's... Actually, yeah, she's a long-range Inquisitor. She wants to sit in the back with, like, a bolter unit just shooting something. Like a sniper bolter unit. I forget what they're called. I also think they rolled all the bolt weapons into one weapon and made it pretty decent. Honestly, she's pretty decent. I like her. Inquisitor Cotiez. Let's see. Psychic Blast. What a lame name. Anti-infantry 4+, devastating wounds, and psychic. 18 inches, d6, Blisk Seal 3+, strength 3, but you're going to be wounding on 4s. AP -1, 2 damage. Devastating wounds, though. That's kind of bad. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Nemesis Demon Hammer. There we go. There's a weapon name. 3 attacks, weapon skill 3 plus, strength 9, AP minus 3, 3 damage. That's a pretty decent weapon. Okay, has the same thing, can join the bodyguard unit in a transport. Keep in mind, all Inquisitors, if they don't join a unit, can just take any transport in the game. They could just hop into it. While this model is leading a unit, that model has Feel No Pain 5 plus against psychic attacks. Made by specifically demons. Kind of bad. Each time your opponent gains a CP as a result of an ability, roll a d6 on 2 plus, you gain a CP. He's going to be CP farming. That is all you're going to be using him for. That's kind of a shame. Alright. I mean, not bad. No deep strike on these guys. No deep strike, no infiltrate. You would think all Inquisitors would have infiltrate, since that's kind of their job. Inquisitor Katarina Greyfax, you put her first fucking name. You put her first name, but not Katarina Greyfax, who is way more important. You put my mommy's name there. I love her. All right. Castigation. Anti-character 4 plus, devastating wounds, precision. Psychic. This is a really good psychic power. Oh, it's only one attack. This is an okay psychic power. It's just 3 damage. It's pretty okay. Then you got the Condemner Stake, Anti-Psyker, Devastating Wounds, Precision, Rapid Fire 1. So it could get 2 shots, Ballistic Skill 3 plus, Strength 4, wounding usually half the time, and then 1 damage. It's okay. Mastercrafted Power Sword, 4 attacks, Weapon Skill 3 plus, Strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage. This isn't bad. This is actually like a really good character weapon. I like this. This makes me happy. Let's see. Same ability as before. While this model is leading a unit, ranged weapons equipped with this model, equipped by models in that unit have the Anti-Psyker 4 plus ability. This is really good if you know you're going up against Tyranids. It's really bad if you're going up against Necrons, Leagues of Vote. Actually, you could kill the one guy. But if you're going up against an army that doesn't have Psykers. But the vast majority of armies in 40k have Psykers, so this is pretty good. So yeah. Let's see. No escape. Each time an enemy unit, excluding a monster or vehicle, is within engagement range of 1 or more of your units with this ability, is selected to fall back. Models in that unit must take desperate escape tests as if their unit is battle shook. That's really good. Subtracting 1 from each of the... Oh, that's really good. Okay, so she can lead a unit, lock them into combat with something, and then if that unit tries to escape, she could deal some serious damage. But a 5-up info save. Give Inquisition 4 plus info saves. What the fuck, GW? You had so long to fix this. Does she at least have a 3 plus? Okay, they did give her power armor. Alright. Epicuro. She can lead henchmen. We're going to get to henchmen. Henchmen are actually really good. Although, it kind of bugs me that you can't have Inquisitorial acolytes be characters. But that's just me. Karamazov. Inquisitor Karamazov. Inquisitor Karamazov is actually one of my favorite Inquisitors to run. And I started running him towards the end of 9th edition, and the dude is, like, unstoppable. I love him. I built a whole new model for him and everything, and I really enjoyed him. So, let's see. Movement of 5 inches. Heck yeah, you go get him. You are in a glorified wheelchair. Toughness 8. Really good. Melty guns are wounding him on 3s. Plasma guns are wounding him on 4s. Should say them. Although these 2 are servitors. They don't count as people in the Imperium. Save 3 plus. He's got power armor on. Wounds 9. Really good. So he can survive a melty gun hit. 6 plus leadership and an objective control of 3. Yeah, that's better than all other Inquisitors. And a 4-up invo save. Look, see, they can give Inquisitors 4-up invo saves. He also has Deadly Demise 1. I think that's funny that he explodes. While friendly units within 6 inches of this model, add 1 to the battle shock and leadership tests taken for those units. While an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this model, subtract 1 from battle shock and leadership tests taken for the enemy units. I think that's really cool. But this ability is really funny. At the start of your at the start of your shooting phase, select one enemy unit within 12 inches of this model. That unit must take a battle shock test. You could literally, on your turn, select an opponent's unit and just make it so that they're not holding an objective anymore. I think this is crazy. His Mastercrafted Multi-Melta is strength 10, which is what Multi-Melta should be. And it's Melta 3, which is really good. So it's D6 plus 3 wounds. And his Mastercrafted Power Sword has 6 attacks at weapon skill 3 plus, strength 6, AP minus 2, 2 damage. He is actually just really solid. And I don't think he can lead a unit, though. No. And for some reason, they didn't give him Lone Operative. So that's the weakness of Karamazov, is he's very easy to kill. So this model is Mastercrafted blah, 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 blah. Walker character, Epic Hero, Inquisitor Karamazov. Yep. Inquisitors, baseline Inquisitors are fucking terrible. They are just god-awful. All right, let's get to it. They only have a bolt pistol now. They don't have a way to get a better weapon. Their better weapon is a combi weapon, and it's a combi weapon. The combi weapons in this edition are just, in my opinion, garbage. The rapid fire one, woo, I don't like it. I am annoyed at combi weapons this edition. That's just me bitching, and I'm going to try not to bitch. The combi weapon is better than the bolt pistol, so I highly recommend that you take the combi weapon over the bolt pistol. Then it has Psychic Shockwave, which is devastating wounds, but it's 1 at 2d6, so you're getting a 7 on average. It auto hits because it's a torrent, but it's only strength 3. So it's not really going to wound, so you're basically just going to be looking for those devastating wounds. So at 2d6, you're probably only going to get 1. But overall, it's not bad. It's just, in my opinion, this isn't good. Like, I would take the Rogue Trader over the Inquisitor, but the Inquisitor will shine in a little bit when you see henchmen. So then we have the Inquisitorial melee weapon and then the force weapon, which I don't know if you can get both. No. This model's blessed warding can be replaced with 1 psychic gift and... Okay. Okay, so it switches... Oh, whoa. Against mortal wounds. Wow, you almost don't want to make them a psyker. Funny enough, I don't think you need this. Like, rules as written, I don't think you need Psychic Gift to just do the Psychic Shockwave. Yeah. I have to check the exact wording, but I think this might be silly enough to get away with. This model's Blessed Warding can be replaced. Yep. Bolt pistol, combi weapon, and if this model is equipped with 1 psychic gift, its Inquisitorial melee weapon can be replaced with a force weapon. And the force weapon is better. It's actually pretty decent. It's nothing crazy, but it's nothing like too bad. Like, I'll be running Inquisitors. I will 100% be running Inquisitors. I like Inquisitors. All right, so let's take a look at everything else. Can jump in any transport that its bodyguard unit is in. And its bodyguard is battle line infantry and Imperial henchmen. So, each time you target this model's unit with a stratagem, roll a d6. On a 3+, you gain 1 CP. Well, that's pretty neato, Mosquito. I can get you your stratagem back, even though they can't really use too many stratagems. They're limited to the book stratagems. It would be really cool if they had enhancements, but they don't have any enhancements, so that's a shame. Alrighty. Yeah, I think they're okay. They're not as good as they were. I would much rather the Inferno Pistol Nemesis Demon Hammer build that I had last edition, but overall it's not bad. It's not bad. I like it. I'm trying to convince myself. Why does it have a 5-up info save? Anyway, Inquisitor Eisenhorn, who has a ridiculously fat head. This model's fat head will never not be noticeable, in my opinion. Artificer Bolt Pistol. His Bolt Pistol does 2 damage. That's pretty decent. It's also got 4 fucking shots. Holy shit. That's a pretty okay Bolt Pistol. Mind Assault. Devastating Wounds, Precision, Psychic, Sustained Hits 1. So 2 attacks on 6s, it explodes. 3+ to hit. Strength 5, AP minus 2, 3 damage. That's honestly not bad. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. And it can be devastating for 3 wounds for mortal. Yeah. Let's see. Attacks 5 with his rune staff, weapon skill 3+, strength 6, AP minus 2, 2 damage. This is a fantastic weapon. Overall, he's pretty good. I like him. Let's see. Feel no plane. He can't feel planes. Feel no pain 6+, and leader. Does the regular Inquisitor have anything? No, he doesn't. Okay. So, let's see. Authority of the Inquisitor. Okay. While this model is leading a unit, double the attack characteristics of weapons equipped by Demon Host. Oh, so instead of... Ah, there it is. So he replaces the Demon Host in this unit with his own. So the Unholy Gaze gets doubled. Okay, that's actually that's a good way of handling that. Double the attack characteristics of weapons equipped by the Demon Host. Okay, so what does the Demon Host get? The Demon Host gets Unholy Gaze, which then doubles to 2, and the Warp Grasp, which doubles to 8. Ooh, that is what the Demon Host gets, right? That's not bad. Can you take more than 1? No, he can't. All right, I can't be cheeky. I keep looking to try to be cheeky in this. Dominant Will. At the start of your opponent's shooting phase, select 1 enemy infantry unit that is within 12 inches and visible to this model. Roll 1d6. On a 1, this model suffers d3 mortal wounds. On a 2 through 5, until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. On a 6, until the end phase, that unit is not eligible to shoot. Holy shit. Eisenhorn is a goat. I like Eisenhorn. All right, and then we finally have the Inquisitorial henchmen, which I kind of figured was going to replace the Inquisitorial acolyte. So these guys are actually, they're pretty good. They're pretty decent. So the big thing is we got to read this first. Acolytes. While an Inquisitor model is leading this unit, each time an attack is made against this unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. Insane. 2 wounds each. This is really good. This is what you want. All right. Mystic. While an Inquisitor is leading this unit, enemy units that are set up on the battlefield as reinforcements cannot set up within 12 inches of one or more of the unit's Mystic models. Really, really, really freaking good for zoning out your opponent. I like this. This is good. This makes me happy. They have grenades. We're going to keep that in mind. All right. Jericho. While an Inquisitor model is leading this unit, if it contains a Jericho model, each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the wound roll. That's really good for the servitor. That's also really good for everyone else, but mostly that servitor. We want that servitor to actually start wounding things. And then the Demon Host. While an Inquisitor model is leading this unit, if it contains a Demon Host, models in that unit have a 5+ invulnerable save. Now, I hate to say this, but I might need to take a Demon Host because they're really good to give an invulnerable save. So going over their weapons, we have the Acolyte Firearm, which is AP -1. So keep in mind, Acolytes used to just be able to take plasma guns and meltaguns like crazy. Now they can only take the Acolyte Firearm, which is it's cool. The Servitor gets access to the Heavy Bolter, the Multi-Melta, and the Plasma Cannon. You get to choose one. Honestly, I'm thinking the multi-melta might be the better weapon, but that's just me. I might equip them with the plasma cannon. I gotta check what my servitors are equipped with. The Jericho gets the Jericho weapons, which is 3 attacks at ballistic skill 3+, because monkey good at shooting. Strength 6, AP -1, 2 damage. This guy might actually be able to take down a Marine or two. We're not going to get into the multi-meltas and everything like that. They're going to be hitting on 4s, because you're going to be remaining stationary if you bring them. Then we have the Plasma Pistol, which you're probably going to overheat, because yes. And then the Unholy Gaze, which is Strength 9, AP -2, 3 damage. The Demon Host is kind of really, really, really good in this. I might bring some Demon Hosts. Acolyte melee weapons are 3 attacks, weapon skill 4+, 3 strength. Not great. I was kind of hoping for a 4 for the strength. 1 damage each. But you do have an Eviscerator, which has devastating wounds, which makes me happy for Sisters of Battle. Keep in mind I'm filming this before the Sisters of Battle. AP -2, 2 damage. Not bad. I'm hoping this isn't bad, though. Okay, so the Eviscerator, if it's this for Sisters of Battle, this is actually pretty good, because you have 10 of them. And you'll have 20 attacks. This isn't bad. I like this. And the Eviscerator is not -1 to hit, which is pretty good. And then the Warp Grasp, which is AP -2, 1 damage, and 4 attacks. If you were to take the Acolytes, I'd highly recommend that you take Eisenhorn and just take that Demon Host, because that Demon Host makes him so much better. But this is the cool thing. You could take 10 Inquisitorial Acolytes, 2 additional Gun Servitors, 2 Mystics, 1 Jericho Weaponsmith, and a Demon Host. This unit is huge. Like, this unit is massive. So, 1 Acolyte can be equipped with Plasma Pistol, 1 Acolyte can be equipped with an Eviscerator. You're going to equip them. And then you can switch out the Heavy Bolter for a Plasma Cannon or a Multi-Melta. And you can duplicate them. So you can have just 2 Multi-Meltas hitting on 4+, which isn't bad. Or you could have a couple of Plasma Cannons in the back row, just making it so your opponent can't deep strike onto an objective. Just putting that out there. This is really good. And they get +1 to wound with the Jericho, and they have you can't be set up, and subtract 1 from the wound rolls. These guys are actually kind of really good, and I gotta say I really like them. Like, yeah, I don't know which one I would run, but I think that I would take, like, if I'm trying to build something strong, I'm gonna take Eisenhorn, and I'm gonna throw him in this unit with the Demon Host, and then just, if anything gets close, the Demon Host is gonna tear it apart. Yeah, I like this. I think they did pretty well with the Imperial agents, though I do wish they had some enhancements and some other units. I do wish that there were more options, obviously. But with what they have, I think they're really good. Yeah, I really like them. I'm gonna test them a few times and see if they're good. I'm so disappointed by these guys. I'm so disappointed by that. I think Voidsmen are really good. The Voidsmen at Arms. I think these guys are really good. I think Rogue Traders are insane. I really like them. I like the ability to just pick up units and move them. That's always good. And what's cool is if you have a character attached to a unit and you use this ability, you can move them too. So overall, these are all just really good. This guy's insane. I like this guy. Overall, I want to know your thoughts. Like, what do you think? Are Agents of the Imperium up your alley, or do you think that they're horrible garbage? Comment in the comment section down below. If I forgot anything or got anything wrong, just comment politely down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It is an hour long. Holy shit. Yeah. Oof. I didn't expect this to be an hour long. I hope you enjoyed. As always, Northern Queen Alexis. Love you guys. Bye.